Hey sewing people, so this question keeps coming up. Here's our purificators. Reversible cross, so pretty. And these hems and narrow hems and wide hems and tatting, it's glorious. But one of the tricky parts is getting this mitered corner to happen right. It can be tricky because narrow to wide creates this kind of odd geometry that's confusing. So we're going to try and clear that up with this little tutorial. So what we're doing is scoring with our trusty bone folder. I love these things. This is a super nice one anyway. 3 lines, 1/4 inch on the long side of the purificator, and 3 lines that are 3/4 inch across the short end. It's sort of like the top of your bed sheet or something. It gives it a little more weight, and then the tatting attaches along the side. So once you create these 3 scores on each side, you end up with this rectangular grid pattern, and we're going to use this to establish the geometry for how we cut and fold this. So the whole point of the mitered corner is, well, we'll call it 2 points. It looks cool. The second part is that it removes extra layers of fabric so that when you're ironing this, you don't hit a bump and then create this scorch problem there, because these things get ironed to death. So the nicer we can make this for the iron to roll across, the better. So if you buy a $7 purificator, they're just going to pile this thing up, fold, 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 and you get Mount Everest right in the corner. Not cool. So we've fixed that by doing this, and we got some cool extra grid. Lucky us. Anyway, I think we can still see what we're doing here with my fiddling around. First, where do we cut this thing? So you're going to take your innermost lines, these 2 right here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to follow them off to the edge of your fabric right here. That's your first point of reference. And then this one, first, third line here comes off here. That's your second point of reference. And then in that same line are the corners of this lovely rectangle here. And that is your slice and dice line. So line those puppies up with your beautiful, transparent, ladylike little triangle. And then your fold line is the next set of corners, this corner, and that corner. Line those up and give them a good crease with your bone folder. Ta-da! So slice this off. Fold this in. Be careful at this edge here, because this is kind of important to get this right. It's going to want to flatten out like that. Don't let it be pushy. Make it behave. This one's usually not quite as troublemaker, but this one over here likes to be rude. And then next step is you're going to want one of these special tools called a straight pin. Lay it parallel to this line and fold this over firmly until you got this corner here that comes out at the end of this line. And just give it a finger press. Then the next one, we're going to keep going, and it's this second line here. You want to keep it kind of parallel, and you're going to see that the intersection happens at the end of that line. And fold this up. If we do it right, the corner, the very obtuse corner of this angle is going to be right here at this line. And then we're going to lay the pin parallel to this first one. Fold it firmly up over that. Then this line is going to line up with this corner and that line there. And if our magic is working right, these corners should come together right there. So if you do it wrong, you're going to get these bad shapes where they'll swoop out here or swoop in, and it looks cheesy or sad or something bad. Yep, that's the process. Ready, go.